right. I believe we are live. Looks like we are live. The new time I think is working pretty well. Maybe we're live. There we go. Dogs are barking, so we must be live. Too coolie for schoolie. What's going on, buddy? Thomas George, hello. Give it a couple minutes as always for people to roll in here. And yeah, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about fish. We're going to talk about moving, maybe. I don't know. Talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Tiffany White, hello. Hello. Hopefully we'll be finishing the new fish room this week, so that'll be somewhat exciting. Looking forward to that. Gotta move this down here. There we go. How you doing, Tiffany? Any new fish for you? I gave away some fish today. Got some few more fish to give away, and yeah, put some finishing touches in the fish room, so it should be kind of fun. Mad Cypress, what's going on? So there's also been some issues with live streaming lately. Hopefully we don't run across them here. I tried to live stream over the weekend and could not get it done. I did live stream, but I was live streaming by myself, so that's always fun. I'm getting rid of juvenile fish mode. I'm in getting rid. Yep. Yeah, I found Paul. What's going on? Fish from Fever. Hello. BYZ. Yo. I found I had a lot more guppies than I thought I did, and I also had some fish mysteriously disappear overnight. I have no idea what happened. My entire colony of glass catfish gone, just gone. No dead bodies in the tank, no dead bodies out of the tank. There was a school of about 12 of them. These are the Debosier. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Catfish. I fed them yesterday, and today they're gone. No idea what happened to them. Michael Faulkner, what's up, buddy? How's it going, Steen? And how are the beautiful people in chat doing? Doing well. Doing well. This is the second to the last live stream. Only one more live stream to go at this location. And then we'll be in the new studio. 20 people. That's a decent crowd for you, Bob. Yep. A lot of people still think I start at 5 o'clock. And yeah, so the first hour, not a lot of people come the first hour, which is all right. And, you know, I've been doing 5 o'clock for, 5 years? Not completely 5 years, but, yeah, moving it to 4 o'clock has been super helpful, especially with the move, because it still gives me time after the stream to, you know, get some stuff done. Cool backdrop. Yeah, it's like a 40-minute loop video of various tanks and fish and candy in line at Costco. Well, hopefully you're getting me some pizza. I love that Costco pizza. Exactly. Save you from work? Well, that I can do. You just get up and walk out. And screw them if they can't take a joke. FYI, the live stream was set to start at the old time. Well, see, even I'm not used to starting this, apparently, at 4 o'clock. I knew that was going to happen a few times. And actually, this is the first time it's happened, so that's all right. That's all right. We'll get people in here slowly but surely. The more times you like this, the more times you thumbs up it, the more notifications will get sent out. And I did set that for 5 p.m. I wonder if I can edit that during my stream. Oh, it already changed it to 3:59. Nice. The important ones are here. Trish, KCMO bringing you smooth jazz all night. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, too. I'm on the East Coast, and your scheduled stream says 8 p.m., but I didn't get a notification when you started at 7. Yep, I apparently set the wrong time. But now it looks like people are starting to roll in. Trish, Kathleen, Zen, Danikin, Jim. Okay, going to lurker mode. Maybe we'll get you on here next week, James. Maybe. We might be slow, but don't call us Shirley. Hey, I just got a job at a fish store, and they have those fish there. Forgot what they're called. The bright one. I tried to munch my finger, put it in its mouth. All right. Well, I don't know what to say to that. Don't get your finger bit off. BJ, hello. Bob Vance, always good to see you, buddy. I hope the move is going well. I know it's over and you're there officially, but 503 Aquatic dropping hearts all over the stream. Hey, just rolled in. What's shaking? What's shaking? What did the pig say when he fell off the fence? Oh my aching bacon. All right. I don't know why what's shaking just reminded me of that joke, but Jeremy says, Bob, I bought the IBC totes. All your fault, guy. Hey, I'll gladly take the blame for that. I'm in need of a few IBC totes so I can start collecting rainwater. I'm hoping to find some cheap, which I haven't yet, but you know, maybe someday. Kara says, just want to say hello, everyone. Lurking while playing in musical tanks with guppies and mollies. Have a great week. That is what I'm doing all week. Musical tanks, moving tanks, and moving tanks. It is such a pain in the butt. It really makes me not want to have a fish room, to be honest. Because, I don't know, is there any other animal, like any other in the hobby world, that's just as bad? I don't think so. Like, if you're addicted to, I don't know, parakeets, way easier. Reptiles, way easier. I can't think of any animal that's more of a pain in the butt. So yeah, it's just, man. At some points when I'm moving tanks and emptying and trying to catch fish, I'm like, I should just take a break from this hobby. Not that I'm serious, but finally got to your live stream time. I can get them cheap on the East Coast, but shipping would be a bummer. Yeah, I'm sure shipping would be more on an IBC tote than what I can buy them for here. I can buy like the used food grade IBC totes. If you don't know what those are the big square white totes with the metal cages around them that they transfer fluids in. I can get food grade ones for like $250. And what are they, like 270 gallons or 320, right around there somewhere. I would rather set up brand new tanks than moving existing tanks. That's kind of what's happening to a lot of my tanks. A lot of my tanks are old. Like all my old Tetra $1 per gallon tanks, I'm just either throwing away or giving away. So I've got quite a few 55-gallon tanks, and I'm probably just going to end up throwing them away. And all the old Tetra 40-gallon breeders back when Petco did Tetra tanks for the $1 per gallon sale. Like when I do water changes on those 40 breeders, and they're probably 6 years old by now, 7 years old. Like I can watch like the silicone like expand and contract when I do water changes. So I'm like, yeah, I'll probably leave those ones in the dump, but I wish I could just leave them here and not take them. I wish I could just scoop out my fish and go buy all new tanks. Any tips for starting a fish sitting business? I feel like that might be difficult. Of all the pets to do a sitting business. Hey, it's gross. I don't know that I have any tips for that outside of it's probably going to take a long time for that to be profitable. Just like, I mean, I feel like who would hire a fish sitter? I mean, you'd have to be gone for like longer than a week because fish can easily go a week. while you're on vacation. And then, you know, there's auto feeders and, man, I don't know. I hate to just shoot down your dream, but I mean, you can buy an auto feeder for like $30. So I don't know. I got nothing for you. Sorry, buddy. Kayak Aquatic, what's going on, buddy? Do you know how to get rid of pest snails, the ones that start off as tiny little worms stuck on the glass? Well, there shouldn't be any tiny little worms. You're talking about like snail eggs? Like snails lay their eggs on the glass, but they'll hatch out with shells. The only thing you could really do is you could put like, I don't know, you could put like cucumber in your tank, and overnight and in the morning you can very carefully pull it out. Like all the snails will just kind of congregate and eat the cucumber, and then you can pull them out in a big group. Whether you will get all of them, you probably won't get all of them, but it's definitely a start. You can try to find some loaches. A lot of loaches eat snails, so if you have room, if you have the tank space, you can get some loaches. Steenfott, what about breeders who need fry fed very specifically at multiple times? I mean, it's a real niche. I mean, that is like a real niche, a real niche. And a lot of the breeders plan their breeding projects around their travel. So like the Gary Langs of the world, if they know they're going to be giving a convention, then they won't put spawning mops in their rainbow fish tanks. So, Bob, I know you can answer this one. Rainbow fish for 20-gallon tall species, only planted tank. Honestly, I would go with pseudomagills. It doesn't even matter what type of pseudomagill. They're all awesome. My favorite type is luminatus. They're super colorful. All pseudomagills are super active, really fun to watch. So that would be my recommendation. There's some smaller species like Melanotania pygmea that would do well, but they're really hard to find. Dan says, I took your advice on outdoor tubs. Now I have grow lots of plants and have quite a few guppies. Thanks to you for the advice. It worked like it. I'm telling you, outdoor tubs are amazing. Although I think I might have killed my trout goodeids, but we'll see. We'll see. It might have we had a little cold streak, and I haven't seen them since it got cold. So hopefully they're just hunkered down towards the bottom somewhere where I can't see. Steve, get a new tank. Try something you've never done. Breed something different. Try something challenging. That's what I'm doing. If you would come to a live stream more than once every couple years there, Jim Ball, you would know that's exactly what I'm doing. What? Dang, I'm sorry. Bob, who's your Pleco guy? I don't have a Pleco guy. If I have a Pleco guy right now, I would say it's Dan at Dan's Fish. Otherwise, I don't really have a Pleco guy. I haven't bought Plecos outside of wholesale for a really long time. Do you think it's okay to get an outdoor tub with cats and possums running wild at night? Yeah. I've got cats, I've got possums, I've got which are even worse, raccoons. Yeah. And so far it hasn't been an issue. I did kill a bird on one of the hot days. I don't know if it was just coming down for a bath or trying to get some water. But I forgot to put in one of my tubs. I forgot to put in a way for something that falls in to get out, and of course that's the one the bird went into. So unfortunately it drowned, and I quickly remedied that problem. But yeah, so I even have like wood that comes out of my totes where like a cat or a raccoon can like sit in there, and of course raccoons will just go in the water. But yeah, I couldn't make it any easier for them. And I think the fish are just too small for them to even care. Like my Galaxy rice fish. I mean, those are super bright fish. My golden white clouds, you can see those things a mile away, and they don't even touch them. I was out of my tubs the other day, and I kind of like saw out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, holy cow, there's like 8 freaking cats over here like walking around. And oops, there we go. Anyway, so they kind of went around and they did a U-turn and came back, and then I actually saw them, and it was like a whole family of raccoons. There was at least 6 of them just like walking right by me in the totes, and they didn't even care about me. Like, I got up and I kind of walked over, and they let me get about 10 feet away before they kind of like, hey, what are you doing, buddy? And they didn't even like run away. As soon as I got close to them, they just kind of walked away from me. Like they didn't care about me at all. So they're out there by my tubs, and they don't seem to care. Hey Jimmy, I'm super jelly of that Tacoma, homie. Kyle says, if I wanted to keep rainbows in a 75-gallon, what kinds would go good together, and how many would you recommend? Well, so the amount would depend on the species you get, and a 75-gallon is like a perfect size for any rainbow fish. So really, it's going to come down to personal preference for you. Some of my favorites are like Wanamensis, Parkinsoni. I have a really nice colony of Parkinsoni right now, and they're just now starting to get all the blotching on the side of their body. So if you don't know Parkinsoni, I guess I would kind of compare them to Bosemani, where the back half of their body is like orange. Parkinsoni has that too, except it's like really blotchy looking. So yeah, it looks like one of them fancy artists that just throw paint at the wall and then their painting sell for like $1 million. That's what Parkinsoni remind me of. And I'm probably going to make a video of those before I move, just because I don't know what, but they're really fired up right now. And I took all the plants out of their aquarium. I took all the hardscape out of their aquarium, and now they're like, hey, now they're all fired up. So I don't know. I'll probably make a video of them pretty soon here. Of course, you could do like a huge school of Praecox rainbows, which always look awesome. I mean, really, just anything. You got 75 gallons. Yeah, that's perfect in my opinion. Remember the good old days? Bob played video games, had a fish room, and did videos from the co-op. So I am planning a video at the co-op. I started planning it, and then he left to Peru. He's like, that Bob guy, I'm getting as far away from him as possible. So he went to a completely different continent to try to avoid me. But now he's back, and he can't avoid me anymore. So I'm going to go over there and do a video with him. And gaming, I don't know that I'll ever do gaming again. And what was the other thing he said there? Had a fish room. Well, technically I have 2 fish rooms right now. Just one's being built and one's being tore down. BJ says, we keep a tree limb sticking out of the horse troughs after 2 bird drownings. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Steve, watch a video, or better yet, go hike around and find inspiration for an aquascape. Hey, I was going to message you and see if you want to go camping soon. We definitely need to go camping. We need to go back, camp at Stampede Pass before it gets full of snow again. Agreed. Bob has completely talked me out of one. Looking at Toe Behind now. Oh, yeah, the rooftop tents. They're so terrible. Oh, man, they're terrible. And I laugh so hard. I think of you every time I see someone driving around with a rooftop tent. Because I know, like, they paid like $5,000 for that rooftop tent. And it probably hasn't been opened for like 7 months. Because nobody who camps a lot wants a rooftop tent. Because they are a pain in the butt. I'm telling you. My country is back in lockdown, which sucks. Boy, I don't want to. I'm not gonna tolerate any political stuff. Not that that is, but I saw a post in one of my fish groups about this gentleman lived in Afghanistan, and he was posted his pictures of his fish room, and he was basically like saying goodbye. He's like, my city is burning down right now, and I have to leave, and the fish are just left for themselves. Left to fend for themselves. It was pretty sad post. How his city's burning down and had to leave his pets. I couldn't imagine. I've been talking to people, and yeah, most everyone agrees, not as practical as it looks. Yeah. Like I said, it's just for Instagram street cred. Or I don't know what the kids call it now. I know there's some word for that, but clout. It's for Instagram clout. That's it. Oh, boy. Zen, just sit down and be quiet and look pretty. What? Oh, yeah. Over half of you slackers haven't hit the like button. Yeah. Hit the like. Not bad. We got, for scheduling the wrong time, we got a fair amount of people here. All right. Sorry for bringing it up. Oh, no. Like I said, it wasn't meant towards you. I just didn't want people to go off on some tangent about what's happening in Afghanistan. It's obviously terrible. Like I said, I couldn't imagine leaving my pets behind. Love the camping here in Ireland. Out in nature, around the lakes. Amazing. Yes, I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Switzerland and do some camping. Obviously, I want to go to South America and do some camping. Specifically, like, where is that? Where is this spot? I think I can look it up here real quick. It doesn't matter, but it was a place in Argentina. Hit the like. Hit the like. Lon, what's up, Big Fly? My Labradachromis made babies. Looking forward to seeing what a cross between a Hungai and a lemon yellow will look like. I already have an oddball lemon yellow with a blue head. Anyone ever see this? I need to get back into African cichlids. Tore my fish room down, and now all my African cichlids are all in one tank, and it makes me want African cichlids again. Big Fly, no, I have not seen that personally, though. Steve Edwards, make a rainbow shiner tank. I need to post a picture or video of the fish they sent me that were supposed to be rainbow shiners that now I have absolutely no idea what they are. Caitlin, hello. Okay, so it wasn't just me being crazy when I saw 5 p.m. I feel better. Yeah, old habit. I picked the wrong time when I set up the stream. I knew it would happen eventually, and it did. Glad I made it best OnlyFans channel on the internet. Yep. Tesla Killdozer with the $8.17 super chat. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Bob, I stopped slacking and finally hit the like button. Well, thank you. Thank you. Michael Faulkner says, love my African cichlids. Me too. I've got this guy that's like the bluest of the blue. It's a Copodachromis, and man, it's just so blue. Like, if you want blue fish, there's some beautiful African cichlids. And Joel says, hello, I'm late once again. Technically, nobody is late for another 40 minutes since I put the start time at 5 o'clock like an idiot. So, yeah, welcome everyone. I'm glad 150 people showed up early. Ireland and Switzerland and the Nürburgring. I have no idea what that is. In a rented Ferrari. Nürburgring. I don't know. Rainbow shiners or baby snakeheads. It's all the same thing. I've never seen these fish before in my life. I have no idea what they are. I don't even know what they look like. So they look like a tetra, like a bigger body tetra, except I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's got like half a lyre tail. It's just really weird. I posted some pics of on the co-op forum. You should check out my Lethrinops. Just getting good. Yep, I have a couple Lethrinops as well. I love those guys. Copodachromis and Lethrinops are probably my favorite of Malawi cichlids. Bro, the best racetrack on the planet? I don't know. My cars cost like $2,000. You think I know anything about a racetrack? Jeez. I'll take my Pinto. You can take your Supra. I'll take my Pinto. That's what I was thinking. Wait, what's this? Yeah, anyways, so I do want to make an announcement because we have a few members here, and I tried to do a members-only live stream last weekend 3 times. 3 times I live streamed by myself, and YouTube is not sending out notifications. So I tried. I apologize that there wasn't a live stream last weekend, but I tried. The videos were still there, like 10-minute long live streams. Anyone could have just clicked on them. Why can't I post a link? Because I have links turned off. You cannot post links on my live stream. Only myself or administrators can post links. For obvious reasons, right? I don't want spam. I don't want people just posting porn sites. I mean, should be pretty obvious, right? If you're a fan of backpacking or kayaking, Pictured Rocks is the most I don't know what that word is. Pictured Rocks is the most beautiful place in the States. I backpacked it for a week. Definitely loving kayaking. Steenfott Aquatics, does that mean we get a 3-hour stream now because you started an hour early? Nope. I honestly wouldn't be against it, but just too much to do. Never ending work, and I only got, how many days left do I got? Next Tuesday. I got to be completely out of here by next Tuesday. Did you see the red rainbow trophius I sent you? 13 fry growing out. Paid $230 for them, all which is bargain given their price now. Are you saying that, did you see the trophius I sent you? You sent me trophius? Did you send me 13 fry? That would be great. Weird, I looked and there wasn't a video to even click on. I deleted it now. Yeah, I deleted them. But, yep, Friday night I live streamed for about 10 minutes and no one showed up. Saturday I live streamed for about 10 minutes and no one showed up. So I redid it, live streamed again, and then I messaged Candy and I'm like, are you getting any of these notifications at all? And she was like, nope, 0 notifications. Like, I posted in my in the community section, no one saw it, no one got any notifications for anything. So yeah. And then I was lurking in Fish Room Fever's live stream, and he was talking about having some issues with notifications as well. I came in late, so I didn't really catch what he's talking about, but I thought, well, maybe YouTube's having some issues because they did change how you set up and do live streams. So, you know, of course they screwed up. They screw up everything. Alec, what's going on, buddy? How, yo, Bob, how is the move going? It's going terribly because moving sucks. So I guess it's going about as well as a move can go. I mean, moving is like the worst thing in the world, right? Do you keep bristlenose plecos? Yes. Can I keep 2 males in 1 tank? Yes, provided the tank is large enough for them each to have their own territory. They will fight over caves, so they'll each need their own little cave. LRB couldn't live stream on Friday either. Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's so very frustrating. I did hop in my Discord hoping maybe some people would be like, hey, maybe he's in Discord. So I hung out in Discord for a while. I have a very random and amateur question. All questions are welcome. If you stick the outflow of a pump into a deep bed of coarse gravel, DIY biological filter. I don't want to dabble in underground, but like inter gravel. So yeah, you can, I mean, I don't know what your question is. If you're asking if you can do that, yes. And there's a very cool thing you can actually do with sand. You can get like a moving sand bed. If you say you have like a canister filter and you plumb the outflow underneath all the sand and have like, think of like a spray bar, but putting a spray bar under sand, you'll basically have like this kind of like moving cool sand bed look. Now, if you have like Corridoras or any type of bottom feeder, that's going to be very annoying for them. But if you have all schooling fish, then it looks pretty cool. I didn't get the co-ops members notification for the speaker on corridors. I was very sad. I missed half of it. Yeah, I didn't get that one either. Yep. Very, very disappointing. Like, I don't even know if they fixed it yet. I went and talked to YouTube support, and they're like, what's wrong with you, dummy? Everything is working as intended. I'm like, okay, thanks for the help. Always very helpful, as always, YouTube chat support. LRB couldn't stream at all via mobile. There wasn't just notifications that went on at 7:30, but there wasn't a live to click on. Glad it worked today, though. Yeah, it's very... I don't know. They make these changes for the good, and eventually it will be better. But it's like, why can't you test this stuff before it goes live? It's like, I don't know. I didn't get notification for this. Yeah, so a regular stream like this, I think only like 6%, if that, maybe even like, it might be below 5%, actually will get out, sent out on like a normal, everything's working fine. I think it's probably less than like 5%. I can go in my analytics and look how many notifications can get sent out. And yeah, it's really, really low. But that's my fault because if you don't make videos, then YouTube doesn't send out as many notifications. So if I was making like videos and they were doing well, then YouTube would just be sending out notifications like crazy. So I don't blame YouTube for that. I do blame them when stuff that is supposed to work doesn't work. They're too big of a company. The second largest tech company in the world, I think. Shouldn't be having these kind of stupid problems. The moving sound bed sounds cool. Yes, my question was basically, would this be okay for a filter? I think, yeah, you could put the outflow anywhere, and I'm telling you, it looks really cool if you do it under sand. I don't know how well it would probably, I mean, obviously it's going to work under gravel, but depending on like your flow rate, it's probably not going to move gravel like it moves sand. Unless you have like an FX6 in a 10-gallon tank. Then that would look pretty cool. Thank goodness some rando reminded me so I could go watch the last half. Why does it say for me the stream starts at 8 but it started at 7? Because I chose the wrong time. That's all on me. Can't blame YouTube for that. I chose the wrong time, so I apologize. Racing wheel with a manual gearbox and it's all metal and leather, super nice. About $350 was worth it. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I follow F1. Haven't tried any games. What was my big announcement? Did I have an announcement? You got me, Carol. I have no idea what you're talking about. Did I have a big announcement? I'm confused. I don't know. If I did, it must not have been that big because I don't remember. FX6 on a 10-gallon might be overkill. It'd be pretty fun, though. If it's got problems, it will show up fast there. Macau, I love to watch cars race there. Oh, you guys are talking about like racing or something? I don't know, racing games. Anyways, Benjamin says, I got a notification. Awesome. You're one of the few. Do you think it's possible to have anaerobic biological filtration? I'm home aquarium that removed nitrate and complete. Yes, but you would need. So basically, can you make it so your filtration remove nitrates? Yes, but you need a really deep sand bed, deep enough to where, like, basically, like no oxygen is present. A lot of people try it with like 7 inches, but granted, I've never tried it, but I've heard like a 10 inches of substrate is kind of where you need to be. But there's other people that say like, oh, you only need like 5 inches. I don't know. I've never tried it though. Honestly, I just have plants, so I don't have to worry about it. A plenum is what you seek, like a plenum cable. K-Stu says, I caught my longfin white clouds attacking my red Secura shrimp. I think I lost about $100 so far in the colony and pulled the clouds out. That's kind of crazy. I'm measuring the temp of my 5-gallon. Would around 70 Fahrenheit be a good temp for pygmy cories and clown killies? Yes, definitely for clown killies. Pygmy cories might be a struggle, and I think I would worry about fluctuations. Like if it's 70 and then for some reason it gets really cold out, or something happens, you lose power, the heater doesn't work, or if you're assuming ambient temperatures, and if it gets cold out, if it drops much below that, it could be a problem. Can't a deep sand bed kill your fish? No. I mean, I'm not a veterinarian, but I don't know why. Like, why would it kill your fish in the aquarium, but not in the wild? We're talking about famous racetrack, real life, the Nerd Burger. I'm just gonna call it Nerd Burger. Best track on the planet. Hi, fish friends. Hello, Kelly. No, so flow under substrate filtration. Funny question. What's your least favorite algae? Mine is blackbeard. Oh, man. Probably actually green spot algae. I hate green spot algae because it's really hard to get off your tank. Blackbeard algae, it's easy to control if you see it start to rise up in your aquarium. If it starts growing, like, it's really easy to stamp that out right away. Now, if you have blackbeard algae and you let it grow and it just covers everything, then yeah, that's far worse than green spot algae. But generally speaking, you start seeing some blackbeard algae, you just hit it with hydrogen peroxide and it's done. I have 2 medium-sized dragon puffer potatoes. Do you know if it is possible to house them with any other type of fish? My large tank is kind of boring. So they are an ambush predator, meaning probably not. I mean, if you had to try it, if you absolutely must, I would do it. I would find like the cheapest fish and give it a try, but ultimately they're ambush predators, and I could never keep anything in the tank with mine when I kept them. The hydrogen sulfate gas everyone worries about is oxidized the second it reaches the water column. It won't kill your fish. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I would not be worried about that at all. That would be the last thing I'm worried about. Jeff Rose Fish Keeping, what's going on, buddy? I'm dealing with staghorn algae for the first time. Will API CO2 booster work the same as Flourish Excel? Technically, it's the same thing, but you'd really have to spot treat it. In my experience, just like dosing Expel, like just pouring a cupful in the water or however much they say to use, doesn't really do anything for algae. How much hydrogen peroxide will kill black algae? Honestly, you just get a little pipette, and let's say, what do I got around here? I don't really have anything. Okay. Oh, this will work right here. What am I thinking? Okay. Where am I at on this? So, okay. Say, like, here is our blackbeard algae right here, right? Do I have a pen here? Show and tell. I do not have a pen. What is this? Okay. This will work. See, we got, we got some fire here. Pretend this is like your hydrogen peroxide in a pipette. So you basically fill this up and you just kind of dabble it like that. And that's it. So I don't know, what, 4 or 5 drops maybe, and it'll be dead in 24 to 48 hours. It's pretty much that easy. So not a lot. Regina, yeah, changed your name again. Jeez, always with the name changes. I gotta pop out chat because I don't like this. Let's pop it out. I guess you keep you keep the first name the same, so that's all that matters. Is that a fish nerd shirt, Bob? It is. It is Bubbles. This way, Bubbles. Bubbles. Oh, now I gotta pet you. Now I gotta pet you. Come here. Come here. Now I gotta pet you. Now I gotta pet you. You blend into my shirt, buddy. No one can see you. No one can see you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so excited. You're so... Oh, look at the hugs. Look at the hugs. Okay. Okay. Out of the way. Out of the way, dog. Go kill someone or something. I don't know. I have plenty of pipettes you can use, but they're New York steak. I also use them for BBA. Yeah. So, it also works for Claudophora algae as well. Hello, Bob. Hope you're doing well. I thought green spot was a badge of being a fish keeper. I don't get it very often in my Seattle water, which is good. But I do get it sometimes. Very, very, very few times. But I think I can think of 2 tanks in the last couple years. Made it to the first hour finally. Mark, what's going on, buddy? Never mind. That was a dumb question. Ooh. Will it kill the fish? Negative. So it's not a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. It will not kill fish. Obviously, if you put a ton of it in there. So, like, don't try to fill your pipette like over your tank in case you drop it. Things like that. But it'll oxidize almost instantaneously. So as long as it's that, and that's kind of the process that starts the killing of the blackbeard algae, is when the hydrogen peroxide oxidize. I don't even know if that's the right word, but you'll see it. You'll see like all the bubbles start forming on your algae. And where is Dan's Fish? I live in Southwest Florida. Dan's Fish is in Wyoming, and I'm pretty sure he only ships overnight, so it doesn't matter where you are. It'll get there overnight. Unless you're like, way out in BFE in some, Southwest Florida, you live in a town of like 3, maybe it's not overnight. But hey Bob, what are your favorite Neocaridina shrimp tank mates? I can't stand these sea shrimp. I need some nano mates. Rasboras. By far Rasboras. Neon green Rasboras, Harlequin Rasboras, any Rasbora. I love them all. Danny says, yo, thought I'd drop by and say hi. Well, don't forget to hit the like button if you wouldn't mind it. And hello. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I meant pictured rocks, but it's gorgeous to kayak, so if you ever find yourself in Michigan by Lake Superior, I'd recommend booking a sunset kayak cruise. Now, I'm just going to say, a kayak cruise, I've never heard of that before, but that sounds amazing. I don't know if I can do a kayak cruise in Washington anywhere, but if anyone knows, kayak cruise sounds amazing. Does Dan ship to Canada? I don't think anyone ships to Canada. And those that do probably don't do it legally. So, no, unfortunately, Dan does not ship to Canada. I wish, but I always feel bad for our Canadian brethren of the North. But nope. It's so much money. Not to mention shipping live animals across the border. Pictured rocks is totally amazing. I'll have to look it up. I probably will forget by the time the stream is over. If I had a pen here, I'd write it down. I don't even have my flip phone here to make a note. I think the Doberman assumed you were already done live streaming and got excited. Well, I kind of made a mistake and forgot to get their dinner ready. And so they haven't eaten dinner, and it won't be ready till after the stream. So they're all kind of, like, where's my food? Where's my food? So, yeah, they're going to get fed a couple hours late today. It happens. Yeah, getting fish in Canada is a headache. So I'll remind you at the end of the stream. Sweet. Stir fry guy. I have one of the pots at the co-op shop plants. I have one of the pots that the co-op shop's plants in on top of my tank with an arrowhead plant in it. I glued some Maramo moss on the outside. Are you talking about the rock, the fox rock planter. Also on the outside of the pot, will that choke out the plant? Let me read this again. I have one of the pots that the co-op ships plants in. Oh, ships. Duh. Well, the co-op is a shop, so, okay. Let's try this again. I have one of the pots that the co-op ships plants in on top of my tank with an arrowhead plant in it. I glued some Maramo moss on the outside of the pot. Will that choke out the plant? Like when you put it back into your tank? No, it shouldn't. Someone's going to make a killing when they come up here and open a proper farm. There's only a couple of online options. It seems odd for the size of the general population. Yeah, I don't know enough about Canada shipping up there. The cost, maybe the cost of shipping just doesn't make it profitable. I don't know. I know zero of Canadian logistics. Do I think a 300-watt heater can keep an outdoor 100-gallon tub above 65 all winter? No. Where the night temp is 40 and the day temp is 65. I don't think so. Maybe if you insulate it and have a top, possibly. But I know like LR Brett's, he has to use like 500-watt heaters, and he has to insulate, and he has to put tops on. Did anyone buy fish from Dan this week? I bought a ton of Pseudomagills, Luminatus, and Aru 4, and Melanotaenia species Kayunga. Those are really cool. Yeah, those are, all of those are obviously really cool, but the Kayunga, really, really cool rainbow. And I might be a little jealous. Yeah, I'm talking about just the plastic. Yeah, it took me a little while, or a few minutes to decipher that, Ruben. Don't get it. The stores can import from all over. Seems like there is a killing to be made. I don't know. Usually, if there's a killing to be made, someone would be making that killing. I don't know. I feel like if it was profitable, some fish nerd in Canada would have figured it out how to do it by now if it was profitable. But I don't know. I don't know where Canada gets their wholesale fish from. Yeah, I just don't know. I'll be waiting for Corey to ship to Canada no matter how long it takes. Probably not till all this nonsense is over that's going on in the world. That's really bound up shipping. The Kayak Cruise is basically a group of kayakers, and there is a ferry in the front or back of the group where you can get off your kayak and grab a burger and take a break from kayaking. Oh, that's interesting. I would have guessed it would have been just a group of kayaking. I wouldn't have guessed that there was like a food boat following you. It's like a food truck, but a food boat that follows you around. Well, time to move to Canada and buy a warehouse. Yeah, I'm not sure. Ordered some Pygmy Cories yesterday. Awesome. Well, if you haven't ordered from Dan's Fish, be sure to click on that link that is, pinned in chat. Pinned in chat. What's that super cool yellow, red, and blue fish in your background? And are the backgrounds your own tanks? I don't believe any of these are my tanks, and I don't remember making this big. It's like a 50-minute looped video, and I don't think any of them are mine. Some are like B-roll from Aquarium Co-op. They're store tanks, and I don't think I used any of mine. Anyways, yellow, red, and blue fish. I'm looking for a yellow, red, and blue fish. Yellow, red, and blue fish. Oh, you're talking about the rainbow fish. That is a Pseudomagill fricata. Pseudomagill fricata. Liquid Sue OnlyFans. I bought 12 fancy Plecos from Dan's. They're coming Wednesday. I'm excited. That is insane. The 173B and the L201. Get those bad boys spawning. I'm telling you. My Apistogramma trifasciata spawned. They are the most dimorphic species of Apisto, I believe. The female is yellow and black, and the male is metallic and blue, and twice her size. That is, I mean, trifasciata are amazing. That's super cool. I'm always excited when I hear people breeding Apistos, because everyone should own an Apisto at some point in the hobby. Has anyone used the Aquario Neo DIY CO2 kit? Not me. Steve says, my Julia Chromis, Mark Smithii have fry. How can I ensure as many as possible survive or remove them? I don't know if they're in a mixed tank, a community tank. The best thing you can do is remove them. If you want the highest survival rates, then you remove the eggs. But if they're free swimming fry, I would net them all out as safely as possible. Maybe even siphon them out, what might be a little safer than netting. Yeah, they do it so it's easier for tourists. I mean, if I'm kayaking for like 2 hours, I'm probably gonna want some protein. Probably gonna want, I don't know, a taco, something. That sounds like a great idea to me. Does Dan have a YouTube? It's just an online shop. Oh, of course he has a YouTube. His YouTube is the same as his website, which is Dan's Fish. It's pretty much safe to say anyone with a YouTube channel or a business is going to have the other. So like I have a website, even though there's nothing on it, I still have a website. And it's the same name as my YouTube channel. So yeah. Dan's Fish on YouTube and dansfish.com. New local Austin. Hellos and good evening. Good evening. Just got a bunch of Apistogramma Panduro to try and breed them. Eric Wyrock, that's a really cool one too. Not the hardest to breed either. So, do you have a fishing pond? I do not have a fishing pond. Negative. Managed to convince my dad to go sea kayaking on one of these group trips. Man, sea kayaking is awesome. Yo, Bob, what tank mates would you pair with an Apisto and a 20 long? I would probably do pencil fish, hatchet fish. Those would probably be my go-tos. Yeah, if you're planning to breed, those would be my go-to, because generally pencil fish and obviously hatchet fish, they stay towards the surface, and a 20 long is not very tall. If you got a breeding pair of Apistos, say they're in a cave down below, their little territory will almost go to the top of a 20 long. So you definitely want something that they're not going to kill, right? They don't want something swimming by that they think is going to try to eat their eggs or their fry. Lies, there's stuff on your website, cool merch. I don't even think you can buy it. It's on there, but I did reactivate my website, so the shopping cart is everything is back, but what's going on here? But I don't think it'll actually let you complete the purchase. So that's how sweet my website is. I'm used to roughing it. I went on a 4-week canoeing trip, and we just set up camp and in non-posted woods. One of my favorite experiences. Yeah, you can do that down the Grand Canyon. There's like 21-day kayaking or rafting excursions, which I want to do that at least once before I die. Like that's a bucket list thing for me to do. Is it safe to mix 5 juvenile 2.5-inch Geophagus Tapajos with a 4.5-inch almost fully grown in a 125? I think it would be okay. Like, I would do it. I would definitely watch them, definitely when you first introduce them, and then I would keep a good eye on them for the first couple days. But I would do it. I wouldn't have any problems with that. I don't know if there are trustworthy for tropical fish, but goldfish, minnow, shiners be okay. Hey, Bob, I purchased a 90-liter 60 by 40 by 40 aquarium along with Oasis Biotherma 350. I am planning to escape the tank and keeping a breeding pair of Apistos. What other fish would you recommend, if any? Again, with Apistos, so you can do corridoras because they're armored. So if an Apisto goes after a corridora, they might nip its fin, but they're not going to cause any serious damage. So you could do corridoras if you want something else on the bottom, but again, there's like 8 species of pencilfish that you can choose from, and quite a few species of hatchet fish, or I don't know that again, if you're planning on breeding, you could do larger like neon rainbow fish or praecox rainbow fish. You just want to make sure that it's going to be able to withstand a little beating if it gets a little too close for them. But I really like Apistos and pencilfish. That's one of my favorite combos. What's the best species of hatchet fish? I don't have a favorite hatchet fish, actually. I do enjoy the marbled hatchet fish, but honestly, I think they're all awesome. Somebody has a case of the definitely's. I only wear 15 pieces of flare. But that's all that's required. Is it not enough? If it's not enough, raise what's required. Let's see. Just put a bunch of Crypt Wendellii green in my 29. I'm excited to see some growth. The one pot I got from the co-op had like 5 plants that I could separate. That's the best way to do crypts. A lot of people just get that pot of crypt and they'll just plant the whole thing, but it'd be way better to actually separate out and spread them around a little bit. Oh gosh, this is annoying me. 1 second. Okay. What's up, Bob Mods and fish nerds? I'm a fish nerd. Fish nerd. Oh, I'm not going to get that song stuck out of my head now. That's great. Doing well. UPSer. Living the dream. Good to see you living the dream again. Somebody has a case of the Mondays. Yeah, I think only native fish, koi goldfish, white clouds. Susie Q. Susie Q. Oh, Q Aquatics. Hey, y'all. Susie Q. I hope you're feeling better. I hope Susie Q was rollerblading with bears or something, broke her arm or ankle. I don't know, something, ego. Something broke. Hope you're feeling better. Wendellii green is an awesome crypt. All the Wendellii are awesome crypts. Super easy. I mean, they're crypts, so it's not like I can complain. But I can complain. I just wish they grew a little bit faster. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. A lot faster. But when I had my 75-gallon crypt tank, that was all crypt Wendellii. I had a whole carpet across the entire tank. It's actually turned out to be a pretty popular video, too. Like 5 years old and has a bunch of views. But that was really fun. I am sad to not have that tank anymore. Well, I still have the tank, but everything's dead. There's nothing left in it. Do you have a favorite Salvinia species or floating plants? My favorite floating plant is red root floater. Red root floaters. And then I like specifically Salvinia mini, the mini one. What's better to clean my plants of algae, autos or Siamese algae eater? Autos. I would not recommend getting Siamese algae eaters. They get way bigger than people think. When they get older, they can be buttholes. Not all of them and not all the time, but they do get pretty big. So I would steer you clear of Chinese algae eaters, or definitely Chinese algae. Don't ever get those. But Siamese algae eaters, generally don't recommend that. In 2 months, Bob's going to be telling the story about Q snowboarding down a set of stairs while juggling kittens. Someone just fed Murphy a clam on the Murphy cam. He tried to eat it and then spat it out and swam away. It was probably one of the bigger ones. It's probably a vanilla clam or Manila, but whatever. Vanilla clam. All my floating plants melt into nothing. Got to be something going on, because floating plants are generally some of the easiest plants to grow. My second favorite, my favorite crypts tend to be the easiest ones, and I just like the way they look. But outside of Wendetii, my next favorite one is Spiralis. I love Crypt Spiralis. That is a crypt that will grow fast. For a crypt, it's not going to grow as fast as Jungle Val, but yeah, it's Crypt Spiralis. I love that plant. He's not keen on the frozen ones either. They're all frozen, but the manila clams have a really hard shell. So when I fed them to my Mabu puffer, I had to split them. Like every one, I had to open up manually. Like he wouldn't touch it if they were still closed. What are your thoughts on Florida flagfish for algae control? So in general, I'm not a fan of fish for algae control, just in general. That being said, Florida flagfish will demolish algae really fast. So the issue I have with fish for algae is they tend to be temporary. I'm not saying that any of you would do this, but a lot of people will buy a Siamese algae eater. They'll throw it in their tank. It'll eat all their hair algae or string, whatever kind of algae. It'll grow really big, and they give it back to the pet store. So they're basically just renting a fish, and that's what I'm not a fan of. Meanwhile, you get rid of the thing that's eating your algae, so the algae is just going to come back. You need to fix what's causing the algae. Like, using a fish to eat your algae is like a Band-Aid. It's just a temporary fix. You still need to fix what's causing the algae. And I realize like that can be a very long process. It can be very frustrating, but in the long run, it's still way better than renting fish. Is the only option for dealing with high nitrates from tap is to set up an RO system? Yeah. There's not really. Yeah, that's it. That's the only way to filter it out. I like Crypt Lutea. Oh, yeah. Lutea is probably my third favorite. Has some dark colors like almost purple in some areas. Yep. I still have my Crypt Florida Sunset, too. I've got just a few little baby plants that I've been holding on to. And that one's really cool, too, because the undersides are like a deep purple. Pretty rare crypt that you don't see very often. Hi, Paul McCarthy. Oh, Fish Tank Barn. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Late, my daughter had her first high school volleyball game. Well, according to the scheduled time, you're right on time, buddy. Did she win? They played two teams at once. Really need to mention something about that god-awful avatar John Hudson used on his latest upload about lazy fish keeping. What are you talking about? I thought that thing was great. I don't know how he managed to get a picture of me sitting on my couch, but hey, congrats to him. He photoshopped his head onto my body, so, it worked. I'm a lurking while I'm a working. Record number of fish packed today. Thanks for all the support. There you go. Dan's Fish right there. People talking about you all stream. Danny boy. Danny boys, the Danny boys. I think Bucephalandria is the easiest feature plant. They always seem to stand out. Definitely a very easy plant to grow. I wish they were a little bit cheaper, and they've definitely come way down in price, but in my opinion, they should be priced like Anubias or cheaper. Priceless. John's pick was disturbing. That's not very nice. Don't body shame me. Jeez. It's not allowed. Treating the symptom, not treating the cause. Algae eaters treat the symptoms, not the cause of the symptom. Exactly. Where does pink flamingo crypt fall on my crypt tier list? Well, I've never kept it, so it's not on my list at all. Until I actually keep it, I won't put it on my list. I do like the look of it, but for things to make my list, I have to try them because I take difficulty into account when I put something on my favorites list. So is Crypt Flamingo, is it a difficult plant? I don't think so, but again, I've never tried it, so I don't know. Why does my Chili Rasbora stay on top of the tank and not swimming around? James, there could be something wrong with it. Do you have other chili rasboras that school around, and this guy just hangs out by himself on top? Are there any other fish that hang out on top? If there's multiple fish hanging out on top, usually that's a lack of oxygen. But if it's just one fish, then I would probably remove it, quarantine it, maybe medicate it. But I would definitely quarantine it because that's not normal behavior. So crypt pink flamingo falls off your list and not anywhere on it. Nope, not until I actually grow it myself. How goes it, Fish Fam of Bob? Ryan White, it goes well. Xanadudu, hello, hello. Now that we're at the official, not official start time, we're getting some more people in here. All right. Floating plants are typically easy to grow. Tell that to my duckweed. Like, dude, I've got duckweed that is not even in water and it's still growing. Like, it's ridiculous. Hey, what's going on? Who broke my stream? Oh, my light turned off. That's interesting. Who unplugged my light? Very interesting. Love some water lettuce and red root floaters. Yep. I came across an LFS that's selling several red-tailed catfish. Didn't think that was legal. I don't know anywhere where it's illegal. Wait with an E, fam, not white? Oh, did I say Ryan White? Yeah. Sorry. I think there is a Ryan White that sometimes comes to these streams, so sorry about that. Hey, Steenfott Aquatics, I have a 10-gallon filled with plants that are converting to submersed at 68 degrees. Do you think I need a heater? I mean, if they're converting, they're happy. So, nope. Yeah, I mean, if you increase the temperature, they'll grow faster, but it's pretty nominal. Bob, have you kept viper geckos before? No, I've always wanted to, though. I'm close to getting them. Their care is like mini leopard geckos. Yes, I love viper geckos. I've seen them many times, but I've never kept them. And I think they're really cool. I'm actually after leaf-tailed geckos, so that's going to be my next thing. Is any Europlatus, which is a leaf-tailed gecko. Yeah, but viper geckos, super awesome. Yeah, if I had a reptile room, they would probably make the list of species. Name shame me. What got me into fish keeping? Reptiles. So I was into reptiles before I was into when I saw pink flamingos price, it fell off my list too. Yeah, I agree. Anyways, what got me into fish keeping? So I kept reptiles, and when I started getting into natural setups like live plants, I started getting into like water features. I started putting water features in my terrariums, and then I was like, hey, I could put fish in these water features. And that's kind of how it started. I think I was around 12 or 13, so this had to have been like back in the 40s, late 40s. Water lettuce is the best floater for bettas. I really want to try some bronze crypts, like Crypt Wendtii bronze. I am 100% certain that Crypt Wendtii bronze, red, and green are all the same plant. And you can get them to all turn the same color. That's my conspiracy. I really want to try some bronze crypts. Water lettuce is the best. I wanted a viper gecko, but never pulled the trigger. They're really awesome. I mean, geckos in general are pretty dang sweet. I've had, I don't know, it's got to be close to like 40 or 50 different species of geckos in my lifetime. Maybe more. You almost came home with a panther chameleon from Aquashella. Oof, I would not recommend chameleons. I don't know. I mean, if any, you could definitely do it, but generally, I do not recommend chameleons to people. But panther chameleons, man, you want to talk about like a psychedelic, super colorful animal? That is them for sure, for sure. Unfortunately, those colors kind of attract people that probably shouldn't be keeping them. Again, you could definitely do it, Susie. I have no doubt. But chameleons are not even Oof. I don't know. Stop flexing your geckos on us. Man, I still got pictures of my Europlatus sicerae. I wish I never got rid of them. That was one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Getting rid of my breeding projects. You would have had a great pet chameleon, Susie Q. Is it safe to keep shrimp with Apistos? Yes, but you're going to want to start with a large number of shrimp, and you're going to want a lot of plants. Lots of plants. And you're going to want plants that provide hiding space. So if you look behind me, this jungle valve, the tall plant, that's going to do nothing for your shrimp. But if you see all this moss everywhere, that's where your shrimp are going to be hiding. So that's the kind of plants you want. Really random, but I want a camel. Like, they seem cool. I was just telling someone that I want a camel. I also want a zebra. I will own a zebra before I die. And now I also want bison, but I want a bison ranch. So I got a long ways to go on that one. But a zebra, someone in about an hour south of Portland was selling a zebra. It was $3,000, so a little out of my budget right now. But eventually I will own a zebra, and I will own a camel. And I want a camel, and I'm going to put it in my front yard just so it spits on everyone that comes to my door. And that's what I'm going to train it to do. Regina says, Virus Gaming. I keep shrimp with all my Apistos. Tons of plants, though. That's the key. You can keep shrimp with so many fish. It's all about giving them places to hide. My light turned off again. Well, I guess it's time to buy a new light. Well, the green screen's going to be really messed up now. I wonder if I can aim this light back that way a little bit. Give it a little more light. Nope. I have... Oh, I see what's going on. It's not getting charged. Bison is such awesome meat. Supercharged beef. I am telling you, I bought bison last weekend, and I finally made it this morning, and I was like blown away. For some reason, I've never had bison before, but I made bison this morning for breakfast, and I could not believe how much better it was than beef. Like, insanely better. It was crazy. Now I'm like, I'm never buying beef again. Screw beef. I'm all about that bison. It was so good. Went to the Bronx Zoo a few days ago and saw a Madagascan leaf-tailed gecko. Yep, that's the Europlatus sicerae. So cool. Also, zebras are a-holes. That's why I want one. They cause the most keeper injuries of most animals in zoos. And obviously, I couldn't have just one. I'm going to have a giant school of zebras. I will have just one camel, though. Oh, man, that's real. Oh, wait. Maybe if I would just move this way and cover it up. Oh, it kind of moves around with me. Interesting. My neighbor has camels. That's so awesome. I'm jealous. Like I said, I just want one, and I'm going to train it to spit on anyone that comes to my door. But still, I will love it like it's never been loved before. Bison steaks are even better if you can afford them. I'm already like outsourcing bison. I'm never buying ground beef again, ever. Only ground bison. Bison ranch dream. Yeah, there's a pretty big bison ranch in south central Washington, and it's a pretty big ranch. They have like bison, and they have antelope, and they have zebras, and they have all kinds of stuff. Just this huge ranch, and I want to go visit it. You can get a llama for the spitting. Yeah, there's a llama farm like 2 miles that way as well. School or herd? School. A school of zebras, not a herd. A school of zebras. Lived in Denver for a bit. Bison burgers were the thing to have. Yeah, boy, the prices are crazy for ground bison, though. They go from anywhere from $10 to $17 a pound, depending on the company. But, yeah, so good. So good. Terry Bison Ranch in Cheyenne. There's a bison ranch in Norfolk, which I thought was interesting because that's where the show Rifleman takes place in North Fork. It's called a dazzle of zebras. So I did learn, I don't know if anyone knows this, like the reason for their striping, like nobody knows 100% for sure. But I thought it was interesting is like all the new studies and research show that zebra, the black and white stripes are to confuse flies. Like they don't get flies on them. But way better than horses. Horses are just covered in flies all the time. Get yourself some zebras, throw a saddle on it, you're good to go. No flies. You need a group of camels, then you can just drown your guests in camel spit. Bison are really tough to keep, dangerous. Well, that's why I'd have a ranch, like a big ranch, huge ranch. I'm not talking like a couple acres. I'm talking at least 4 or 5 acres. I'm just kidding. Way bigger than that. Bison is superior to beef by far. We have a bison farm about an hour from us. Very cool. Son was pals with a big male bison at a zoo we used to visit a lot. Yeah. It's like, I mean, and like the health benefits, like it's insanely healthier. Insanely healthier. It's crazy. Shut your pie hole, Zen. Shut your pie hole. Trouble with bison is bovine. Tuberculosis is rampant in most herds. We've had a funky herd. Yeah, I mean, the story of the bison is pretty crazy too. Like estimated to be almost killed to extinction, like down to 50 in the world. That's just, it's sad, but it's still a crazy story. I've had bison steak and bison burger, so good. Imagine being so annoyed at flies that your species evolved to stop being bothered by flies. Right? What's more expensive, Bob? A big school of zebras or a big school of zebra plecos? Oh, man. Hey, dansfish.com has zebra plecos for sale right now. Segue right into that little, just use that code right up there on the chat. Or down there. I don't know. Over there, wherever it is on your screen. Gotta run. Have a great night, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you coming. We spend a fortune on fly control every year for our 2 and the 2 moochers next door. It's insane. The flies on horses, I'm telling you. Like, what is it? What is it that flies love on horses? I have no idea. I'm not a horse person, but. Kamitha, hello. Super red plexiglass? Have you ever seen a striped shirt on TV? I could see the stripes messing with bug vision. That's like such an interesting theory to even test out. Like, why are they black and white? Well, let's test to see if flies like them. I don't know. Anyways, Steve Rinelli had a really good book on bison. Yeah, Alex, I feel like that would be like the least of my concerns. I mean, look at all the crap they put in chicken, and people eat the crap out. Like, chicken is it's not even real chicken anymore. It's just terrible. I'm never eating chicken again in my life. I feel like no matter what happens on bison, it can't be any worse than what people are eating in chicken, which is not even chicken anymore. What is my favorite lure? Probably the Sultan Pleco L264, the L397, Zebra Plecos used to be my favorite. Now it's definitely the L264. Like that gray body with the black stripes, the black spots and the white stripes just looks really good to me. I love them. Actually, I would say if I had to rank my Plecos right now, top 3, it would be like L264, like way up here, then Zebra, then L397. But L264 is like so far out in front right now. What makes Plecos so expensive? Well, their habitat is getting destroyed. They're damming a river. So the river where zebra Plecos are found naturally is only in one little spot in this river, and it's getting dammed, so they're going to be gone pretty soon from the wild. They just won't exist anymore because it's going to dry up and they're all going to die. They're harder to breed. They take forever to grow to where they're actually, like, you know, being able to spawn themselves. They're such slow growers. So you combine all of that, and that's what makes them expensive. The red lizard cat on the green screen is awesome. I have one. Anybody here ever bred them? I would love to breed the red lizard. That's definitely on my list. We have zebra pattern blankets for the horses. They work. The fly stops. That is crazy, Lily. Like, that is very interesting. Zebra pattern blankets. So it must be true then. I don't even know how I came across that little tidbit of information, but somewhere along my wanting a zebra kick there, I read that and I thought it was pretty interesting. Zebra patterned blankets for horses. It seems obvious. Seems so obvious that it would work. I think L397 or Lancelada would be my favorite. Sunshine Goldie Plecos are awesome. Yeah, Goldie Plecos would be a little higher on my list if I had better luck with them. Every time I've tried them, I've killed them. So they move down my list pretty far. I'm totally getting a head-to-toe zebra onesie. You know what? I might have to get one too for hiking, because sometimes the flies are ridiculous in the summer. When you get it to these mountain peaks, once you get pretty high up, like, the flies just get ridiculous. I wonder, like, a zebra onesie. Yeah, I wonder if that would work. Is that even a thing? I'm gonna look right now. And then I'm going to buy a zebra onesie and I'll wear it on my live stream. I won't, but if someone buys it for me, I will. Zebra one. How do you spell onesie? One S-I-E? Oh my gosh, there they are. Zebra onesie, $26. It kind of looks more like a cow with zebra patterns, though. Like, the stripes are way too small. Oh, here we go. This one's more realistic. But that one's for kids. That's not going to fit me. The chances are none of these would fit me. Where's the adult one? For women, for kids, adult. Here we go. Yeah, you can only get it in an extra large. That is definitely not going to fit me. I can send you a zebra horse blanket, Bob. I would 100% rock a zebra horse blanket. But you would probably end up paying like $500 in shipping. So I don't know that would be worth it. I would feel bad. If it was like $10 in shipping, zebra horse blanket. I know I could just put in zebra blanket, but I want to see if... Look at that. That is just brilliant. You got to get like the zebra face mask though, because I feel like horses are always screwing around their eyeballs. So you got to get the... Oh man, that is awesome. I don't know why I like the black and white stripes. I just do. Get off my back, people. There's going to be a sighting of a bipedal zebra in Washington wilderness. I know. The zebra standing on two legs and running right at me. Where is Danny? I want to make sure the zebra onesies hike makes it on film. I'm pretty sure they don't make them my size. All the cool clothes, they don't make them my size. If I were still in soft water, I tried to get the bone white L236 over the L46. Bob Kaler has some from Dan's Fish. Yeah, the L236, I honestly, man, the prices are just all over the place on that fish. That's one that I would have to see in person, or it's one of those fish that I would have to be like, someone's selling like L236, number 1, number 2, number 3, and they're all pictured differently. Because some people that sell the white L236, they are just not white. I mean, obviously, there's always scammers out there, always liars and cheaters, and I mean, obviously, Dan's Fish is not that way, but if you go on like Aquabid, some of them are not. Like white L236, $500, and they're like a brown fish. It's just like, okay. I'm telling you, white t-shirts and a black spray paint. Wouldn't that like make your shirt kind of crusty? I feel like when I get spray paint on my shirt, it gets kind of crusty. I don't know. Of course, I never wash my clothes, so maybe that's why they're crusty. I don't know. Zebra colored Bigfoot. Does look up big and tall zebra costume. What about like the horse head costume that people wore around? What was that thing like 4 or 5 years ago? Is there a zebra one of those? Fly predators and tons of the flytrap bugs still getting chewed on while on back porch until I turn that big floor fan. Fans are, what do I use fans for? I use fans for mosquitoes. Do you know anything about the orange cheek plecos? Cost, size, food. Thank you. So they're going to be on the larger side, depending on what you think large is. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I know exactly which one you're talking about, but I'm going to double check here because I'm probably wrong. Let's see. Oh, no, I was completely right. Isn't there 2 common names for this one? I feel like there's 2 common names. But again, I'm probably wrong. Definitely on the bigger side, though. I think these get over a foot long. Oh, yeah, pinecone pleco. That's the other name, pinecone. Orange cheek or pinecone pleco, or the orange cheek pinecone pleco. Let's see, 15 inches. 15 inches. I figured they got over a foot. There's no reported breeding. Let's see, where are they from? The Rio. Okay, so yeah, it's just gonna be, as far as water, Amazon. So soft, not very many minerals. Typical pleco, warm water. But yeah, you're definitely gonna have to make sure you got the tank space for it, because that's a big pleco. Uh-oh. Lost my chat. L236 is almost double the price of a zebra, though. But when zebra plecos first kind of hit the scene, I mean, that was like a $700 or $800 fish. Some people were even getting $1,000 for zebra plecos, like when they first hit the scene. What's the other one? There was one more that was crazy expensive that I can't remember. There's also, I mean, leopard frog plecos used to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So like anything, once people start breeding them, the price will come down. I do like the L46 more than the white 236s, but still, I mean, they're both just amazing fish. Like, I would not be sad about owning any of them. There's an ostrich farm in my area. I do love ostrich burgers. They sell meat and eggs. Those things are straight up dinosaurs. Bedrock was trying to sell some L236 from Norway that weren't white at all. You mean Bodrock or Bedrock? Like the Flintstones? Just kidding. Just kidding. That weren't white at all a few years ago. I think... I wouldn't even know. Let's see. I'm going to check this other site real quick. If they still have them. You know, they don't have them. But there was someone selling them for like $135 a couple years ago. The white L236 has been around for a long time. It wasn't until probably the last year that they've really gone up in price and just popularity. I'd love a phase 3 Hypostomus lutea. You want to talk about an expensive Pleco? Yeah, definitely. Steenfott Aquatics, thanks so much. Yeah, planning on him for the 250 gallon I am ordering in the next few months. So neat. Also, look up exotic pets for sale. There's a camel with a saddle for sale. Yeah, so there's the exotic pets. It's basically like an aqua bid for exotic pets. And yeah, camels are expensive. Camels are more expensive than zebras. Green Phantom Plecos are the coolest looking. I do love green Phantom Plecos. I love the blue Pineax Pleco. But green Phantom, in my opinion, so there's the blue Phantom Plecos and the green Phantom Plecos. And the green ones, far and away the better. Like, I mean, the blue Phantoms, they look cool, but they kind of fade. They kind of lose their color once they get around 6-7 inches. They put a few years on them. The blue just fades, but I've never had the green Phantoms like fade. I used to have a big colony of them. I got rid of them like an idiot, and yeah, super awesome fish. Is it possible to slowly acclimate clown killifish to harder water? Yep, absolutely. Bodrock, he was trying to pass getting stiffed on. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't know, but that doesn't sound like the Eric Bodrock I know. He's always been pretty straight as an arrow when I've dealt with him. He actually owes me some fish. A fish. You want to talk about expensive shipping? Shipping for exotic animals would probably be more than the animal itself. I only look in like Washington, Idaho, and Oregon, because that's as far as I'm willing to drive, just so I don't have to pay shipping. What is missing? 100-gallon tank, 5 angelfish, 5 golden cories, 2 albino, more corridores. You need more. That's what's missing. 2 purple mystery snails, bare bottom with plants and wood. I would get 100 gallons. I would like triple your size of corridoras. A giant school of corridoras is really fun to watch. What is the difference between Plecos and Pineax? Pineax are a Pleco. You'll get into the nerds that say, oh, they're technically different, but who cares? Sucker mouth catfish, that's what they're known as, the hobbies, like Plecostomus. Everything's known as a Pleco. Not all of them are Plecos, but get over it, people. I'm not talking about you, Bunny Viper. It's just like, it's usually only the snobs that have a problem with that. So, sucker mouth catfish, they're all Plecos. Everyone knows what you're talking about when you say Pleco. Had my heart set on a camel. Guess I'll settle on a zebra. Yeah. Is it possible to get wormline Plecos that were at the Peruvian exporter at the old co-op videos? I haven't heard of anything about them since that video they were in. The ones online don't look like them. Is it possible? Probably not. Probably not. Trust me, yaks are cool. I would own a yak. Hey, Steenfott Aquatics, do peat moss pellets release ammonia in the water? I've been using them to lower my pH and KH, but saw Mark's shrimp tanks was measuring ammonia. I've never used peat moss in my aquariums ever, and I've never used peat moss pellets, so I'm not sure. I know a lot of the pellets, like fertilizer pellets, are just ripe in ammonia, have tons of ammonia in them. So I'd stay away from those, but peat moss pellets, to be honest, Brian, I'm not sure. Never used them. I have like the softest, most worthless water in Seattle, so I've never had to use peat moss. Camantha says, yes, the more cories, the better. I'm telling you, a giant school of cories is so fun to watch. I used to work at a zoo. I have to say that camels smell so bad, worse than any other animal. Good. That's good. Not only will they spit on you, it'll make my house smell bad, so people definitely won't want to. The whole goal of owning a camel is to stop people from coming over to my house. So if they spit on them and smell bad, That's just more check marks in the positive column. You're just making me want one more. Sorry for my horrendous typing in the last chat. There's a 200 character limit per chat, so it makes me delete spaces if he asks. That gets me sometimes too. It's pretty annoying. Man, that's 82. Bob called Israel nerds. What? I use peat moss, no problems. But I've never used pellets. I've honestly never heard of peat moss pellets before. I really wasted when you got rid of those awesome comps you had. What? I was really sad when you got rid of those awesome comps. I'm confused. What ram is in the thumbnail of the stream, Bob? There are 0 rams in the thumbnail of this stream. That is an Apistogramma cockatoides triple red. Honestly, I don't even know. It might be a quadruple red. However, I doubt it. Let's take a look. Oh, that is a quadruple red. Apistogramma cockatoides quadruple red with an insane amount of Photoshop work done to make it way more colorful. So, but don't let that deter you. Still a really colorful, awesome fish, even without all the Photoshop. Hey Bob, how late am I? You are an hour and 36 minutes late, but technically I scheduled the stream wrong, so you're only 36 minutes late, and you're never late. You arrive precisely when you intend to. No such thing as being late. Compressiceps. Yes. Yep. Are you talking about the gold head? That was a long time ago. Fluval makes peat pellets you can put in your hang-on bag. Huh. Never knew. I just heard that Fluval sell those peat pellets. I think I'll give them a try. City of Vancouver are buffering the water supply. They're talking about 8.1. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. So they have soft water and they're going to be buffering it. If anybody knows about that, it would be a gentleman called Flynn from Flynn's Fish Forum. He lives up in that area. And if only he was here to help out. Dang it. My quad reds from Thunder Aquatics had babies, and it's almost all females and 1 male out of 10 that made it in the tank. I mean, that's pretty good if you're looking to breed. Okay, Gandalf. Yes, somebody got my movie quote. Thomas, you win. What do you win? Nothing, but you are a winner in my eyes. Curtis Schindler with the $1 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Flynn's Fish Forum. Welcome, Flynn. Flynn owns an aquarium business up there. Where are you, in Vancouver? Victoria, I think is where you said you were. Yeah. I literally am, Steenfott. He wins your respect. My respect does not cost a lot, but I do not give it out often either. My quads ran for Thunder Aquatics. Good evening. I wonder what happened to Thunder Aquatics. I haven't seen him in a long time. Hope he's doing well. Clever comment loading. Loading. It's going to be loading for a while. I will take it, and thank you still. Well, Bare Bottoms Aquariums coming out with the old school joke. Toots Fish Forum. Yep. Ever heard of the shining pencil fish? I just found it, and it looks beautiful. The shining pencil fish. Let's Google it. Let's see. Where is my internet? Here we go. Let's see. It looks like a Beckford's pencil fish, but Nanostomus nitidus. Probably pronounced that wrong, but let's see. It kind of looks like the red Beckford's pencil fish, but has a bit more sheen to its body. That is a good looking fish. But I love all pencilfish. I think they all look really cool. Even the Pygmy pencilfish, which is just basically a silver fish, I still think looks pretty cool. You can never go wrong with pencilfish. Flynn's Fish Forum, Vancouver based, but I go all over the Fraser Valley and Lower Mainland. Like anybody knows where that is. Jeez. What's a good cleanup fish I can have with Discus? Not sure what can handle the heat. Well, it kind of depends on what heat you're keeping your Discus at. Some people are like 86 and some people are like, 80's fine. But there's a lot of Plecos, not going to be the best cleanup fish. And it depends on what they're cleaning up. If you're wanting an algae eater, then yes, a bristlenose Pleco would do just fine. If you're wanting something that can eat maybe leftover food, you could do like a corridor or a stir-by, but you're still going to need to make sure that they're getting fed. What time does the stream end? In 20 minutes-ish. 20 minutes-ish. Send Ginger. Thank you. Ryan White. I did it again. Ryan, wait. Wait, Ryan, wait. Says, hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. I'm just going to call you Ryan White. I hope you don't get offended. I'm not doing it on purpose. I promise. Ryan, wait. Yeah, we only need 24 likes. 24 likes is all that's left to go. Are you talking about the least or... Oh, yeah, what did I say? Pygmy? Dwarf pencilfish. Sorry. Dwarf pencilfish. I always mix up Pygmy and dwarf. But I mean the same thing. Zach Stang's crazy aquarium guy. I still miss the big water jug Bob had. Can't believe he does the live stream without them. What makes you think I don't have them? It is not in my immediate vicinity. But I do have one. I believe it's sitting on my kitchen counter. I forgot to bring it in. But I assure you it's there. Already got the like button earlier. Thank you. Fun fact, slimehead is actually the name of a deep sea fish species. So use that as you wish. What about the blobfish? You want to talk about deep sea fish? The blobfish. Disgusting looking fish. Dwarf pencilfish are awesome. I agree. They school and they shoal really, really tight. Probably of all the pencilfish I've seen, the dwarf pencilfish are the tightest shoalers and schoolers. You want me to go get it? I'll go get it. All right, dog. It's all on you now, dog. You run the show. Strangers in the night. See? There's right here. They're right here. Told you. I wasn't lying. Boy. You can see the green. I wonder... Alright. Maybe that'll stay on. There she is. I go through one of those a day in addition to all the water I drink out of here every day. I guarantee you no one drinks more water than me. Guarantee it. Blobfish looks like a ditto. I don't know what a ditto is. I hope that's not a typo for something else. Moonstone. EC. Wait. Is this the Moonstone that I haven't seen in like 3.5 decades? Moonstone? You changed your name. But it looks like it's still you. Thank you for rejoining. I feel like I haven't seen you in like 10 years. The blobfish doesn't even look like a fish. It's an alien. It could be. It could be. You know, there are aliens living in the bottom of the ocean. So maybe one of their pet alien fishes got loose. Fish. Not fishes. Fish. Thanks a lot. Heck yeah, over 200. Way to go, everyone. Now, see, now we got to get to 200 sooner because now it's going to send out a bunch of notifications and the stream ends in 15 minutes. Suckers. Should have got here on time, though. That's their own fault. Sparkling gouramis are the best gourami. False. Sunset gouramis are the best gouramis. But sparkling gouramis are a close second. Sorry, I'm a child at heart. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Bob, I'm so proud of you. Keep it going. Proud of me? What did I do? Proud of me? I appreciate it. I don't know what I did, but thank you. Blobfish looks different at their normal depth. They only look that way because of how much they've been depressured. Oh. I don't know what they look like pressurized, but I feel like that is exactly what something would look like if it got pressurized, not depressurized. I feel like that light already turned off again. All right. Apparently my light is defective. Gallon to gallon and a half per day. Hot and humid down here. Comes right out. Oh, yeah. Like, when you see me start doing this in my chair, that means that I got to go. Because I drink a lot of water, and it goes through me really fast. So, this is like my stream dance. I got to go. I got to go. Powder blues over every other gourami. I mean, they're nice, but a sunset gourami? I mean, it looks like the sunset. And what is more beautiful than the sunset? Just saying. Blobfish looks like me when my friend shows me their new fish bowl with a goldfish. The ghosts are messing with you, Bob. I've been having issues with this light for a while. Normally, it stayed on through the whole stream, but not anymore. Got a snail going deeper and deeper into the sponge filter. I got Plecos that do that. Will he get lost in there? So what will most likely happen is that it'll go really far into the sponge filter and then grow so big that it can't get back out. And it'll just live its life in that one spot in the sponge filter. I can almost guarantee that's what's going to happen. I can't tell you how many weird places I've found snails, and the only way they got there is because they got there when they were small. Getting out, going camping, moving the bod, and getting healthy. I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Every day, 3:30 in the morning at the gym. Zebras, Gouramis, Battlestar Galactica. That is one of my favorite shows. The remake, not the original. It's the dog farts. We finally see them on the stream. Oh, that ain't the dog. Trust me. I just got the best looking gourami. Wish I could remember the name of it. I have those fish. I'm like, this is one of my favorite fish. I don't know what the name is because I don't remember. But just saying. Blobfish is super ugly. I had to Google it. Yeah, if y'all have never seen a blobfish, I highly recommend you Google it. I was gonna make it my thumbnail for one of the live streams, and I was like, maybe not. I don't want to turn people away even more. The blue sky over sunset. What about powder blue and sunset gouramis in the same tank? Can we compromise? If they crossbreed, then we get the best of both worlds. A current top 5 Plecos. I can only go. Can I go to 5? So L264 by far number 1. We just talked about this like an hour ago, but that's all right. L264. I think L46 is back up above L397. So then L397 would be third. A really nice L200. Can't pass that up. And then, now this is realistically. Obviously, there's like Plecos that are thousands of dollars that I really like. But realistically speaking, my 5th one would probably be the blue Pineax. The L239. I have always loved that Pleco. They're not very expensive, and they're just super hardy. I would say the L239 is almost as hardy as a tiger Pleco. I think that's my top 5. I put some Anubias Petite in my hang-on back on top of my filter sponge and let the lid off. I can't wait to see if it grows there or not. If it's out of the water, you only have to worry about humidity. If your humidity is high, then it will not dry out. But it might dry out, so keep an eye on it. I wonder what that mix would actually look like. Well, you can wonder in one hand, and I'm just kidding. Gotta go. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Keegan, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well, buddy. How are the guppy endlers made? Is it a hybrid of a guppy and an endler? Didn't you ask me that last week? I feel like somebody just asked me that. The Anubius is in the water. Oh, okay. L239 are like mini blue phantoms. I feel like they're definitely a darker blue. It's one of those blues, at least when I've kept them. Like when you first look at it, you think it's just a black fish, but then when you get that light, you know, the reflection of the light, the blue just looks really good. Really, really good. I can tell you what is not the prettiest gourami, the giant ones. They have a face I doubt their mothers even love. Aw. Love my L239. Yeah, I'm telling you, the blue Pineax L239. Super underrated. They're still cheap for the most part. I mean, for a fancy Pleco, right? You can buy them for like $40. Maybe a little bit more now because, just shipping is skyrocketing. L34 is underrated. The shape is awesome, and they are blue. Has snail prisoners in his... Yeah, I have snail prisoners in my hang-on back on the intake. So they crawl through when they're small, and then they grow on the intake. And eventually, this is probably why all my hang-on backs break, because snails crawl in them, but still. I blame the hang-on back, not the snail. Anubias are impressive. I had a tiny chunk, less than a quarter inch of rhizome, no leaves, a few weak roots, and it survived. Had leaves now after 6 months. Yep. What sucks about Anubias is Anubias Rot. Oh, man, I wouldn't wish that. Okay, I would wish that on my worst enemy. But, boy, Anubias Rot, there's nothing you can do to save it, and it just smells really bad. What music do you listen to after the stream? It really depends on my mood. Yeah. San Francisco buffered water to about pH 8.6. TDS was 40, adding more daily city reservoir harder water. Bigger problem is they started adding chloramine to control Giardia. I could do without the chloramines. I mean, it's bad enough you're putting chlorine in there. Really? Man. Get rid of it all. I'll take my chances with Giardia. I'll have endless diarrhea. I'd rather have endless diarrhea than chlorine and chloramine and fluoride in my water. Luckily, I have no fluoride, thankfully. Ryan Wait says, anyone know what RAM is in the thumbnail of the stream, or did I miss what it was? Yes, you did. You asked that earlier, or maybe it wasn't you. Ryan Wait. It's not a RAM. It is not a RAM. It is a Pistogramma cockatoides. Who is your worst enemy, Bob? The CEO of Arizona Aquatic Gardens? No, because I don't even know who that is. My worst enemy would have to be someone I know. Or know of, I guess. I'm nervous. I'm going to kill my L14 now that you said you've had so much trouble. To be fair, I've only tried it twice. But also, I've known other people that have tried it and have killed them in my area. So it could just be my water. But generally, my water is pretty dang good for Plecos. Just watch it. You just watch its stomach. The key thing with Plecos is you want to make sure they have nice, big, fat stomachs. As soon as like Plecos start getting that sunken belly look, it's really hard to get them to rebound from that. As someone who is hospitalized with cryptosporidium, I will take the chlorine. I might be exaggerating a little when I say that, but what's your favorite Cory? My favorite Cory is the CW111. My favorite Cory of Cories I've kept is the good old-fashioned stir-by Corydora. Can't go wrong with the stir-bys. They go in just about any water parameters from soft Amazon to hard Tanganyika. They can go in really cold water. Well, not really cold, but they can go in cool water. They can go in warm water. It's a non-Photoshop picture of an epistogram in the thumbnail. Definitely not Photoshopped at all. Oh, definitely not. Definitely. Crypto as in the disease, not the currency. If you have so much crypto currency that you get hospitalized, I don't even know where to take. I started that sentence and I had no idea where I was going to end it. So I'm just going to move on. Crypto sporadine. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to Google it. Crypto sport. How do you know it came from your water though? It's probably like a waterborne only illness. Sometimes they're formally called. Crypto is a genus of, more words that I can't see. Parasitic something that can cause respiratory and gastrointestinal illness that primarily involves watery diarrhea with or without a persistent cough. Well, watery diarrhea is definitely not very fun, and I don't know why we're talking about this, but when I had my colonoscopy, that was the worst. So I'll agree with you. Mine is the co-op, very cool species. Co-op? Reminded to look up Pictured Rocks Kayak Cruise. How about I just do that right now? You know what? If I just open a web browser, Pictured Rocks Kayak Cruise. There we go. Now I got, well, that's a big boat that follows it. That's kind of crazy. That's way bigger than I thought. All right, I'll look at that later. Do you do the not photoshopping in the thumbnails yourself? Yes, I do all my own photoshopping. It's an amoeba. Well, nobody wants an amoeba. A single-celled organism. I saw some orange lasers at the LFS this week, and I wanted them so bad, but couldn't drop 150 to get a little school of them. Orange lasers are becoming more and more common. There's more people breeding them, and hopefully the price will start to come down. I know when I breed them, I'm not going to sell them for that much, but I'll still probably charge like $8 or $9 or maybe $10, maybe, but definitely not like 15 or 20 plus that a lot of other people sell them for. I work at a wastewater utility. You definitely want chlorine or chloramine to treat your water. It's the better option than not treating it. I would rather have my own filter in my house that I can decide what and when and how much to put it in. Because I'm telling you, when they go crazy on the chlorine, which they recently did here, I couldn't do water changes for like a month. Like when I turn on the faucet and I can smell chlorine from the other side of the house, that's just too much chlorine. Like, it's ridiculous. I also super glued some Java moss to the water return of my hang-on back filter. I wonder if it would grow better because it gets more CO2 there. Java moss in generally doesn't do well with CO2. Maybe. If anything, it would be the flow. This is my first attempt at raising ram fry, almost a weekend, and starting to get losses feeding them boiled egg yolk residue. Too small for BBS. It's an interesting experience. Any advice? So I've only raised Bolivian rams, which the fry are not, not that small when compared to, like, you know, the German rams. What would I try? I would probably try Rapashi, just because it's easy and I'm lazy. What's the long crypt in the bottom of the background tank? Long crypt, bottom of the background tank. I don't see any long crypts. I only see crypt Wendetii in this tank. You might be talking about the Hygrophila. I don't know what species of Hygrophila that is, but there's Hygrophila or Hygrophilia. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's Hygrophila. There's some Wisteria in here, but I don't see long crypts. I could be wrong. But where am I at here? This right here is the only crypt I see. This is hygro. There's wisteria, some rotala. There's some mosses up here. That's all I see. Yoink. Gotta go take care of the fishes. Thanks, Moonstone, for stopping by. It's great to see you. Stop by more often. I swear. It's been like years. France probably has the best water treatment in the world. They only dose in water that what is needed to make it right. Well, that's what they're supposed to be doing here. What was like 3 years ago when I still had a local fish store? We both did water changes on a Sunday and like half our fish died. Yeah, they definitely put something in the water. I think bottled water is the biggest. I mean, biggest. It's definitely a scam. Is it the biggest? Oh no, there's way bigger scams like the Federal Reserve. Anyway, it's channel deleted. My channel just got deleted. But yeah, bottled water. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Was misdiagnosed for months. Finally got confirmation on Giardia. Jeez. Vancouver update. In my region, they are adding small amounts of lime and carbon dioxide. Does anyone know what lime means in terms of fish keeping? Lime. That's probably how they're getting the pH higher. Bob has his own pointer. Bob as his own what? Oh, as my own pointer. Yeah. Taxes are a scam. Yeah, I would say taxes are a bigger scam than bottled water. But bottled water, I don't know. I don't get it. I buy it. I mean, I buy it sometimes. I can't lie. Car insurance is a scam. Yeah. Yeah. We can really take this stream into some weird areas here. But here's the thing I don't understand about car insurance. Every year my car goes down in value, but my car insurance goes up. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. Scam. Try the 5 to 50 micron golden pearl. Yeah, golden pearls would be something I would try as well if you can find them. But I like Repashy in powder form. When I feed Repashy to fry, I'll do it in powder form, and I'll actually make some in gel form so they can graze on it if they can. Small. I can put myself on this stump up here. There I am. Way up here. Oh, no. I'm going to put myself on this branch. There. There I am, right on this branch. Ah, dang it. There. There I am, right on this branch, hanging out on a branch. Lime is calcium hydroxide. There you go. My municipality adds lime. Let's see. There we go. Hanging out on a branch in a tree. Bob, you're going to turn this into a conspiracy stream, and I'm going to have to actually mod. A conspiracy stream would be so fun. I love myself a good conspiracy. You all know this. The Earth is square. The Earth is square. Your car insurance goes up because the chances of you needing to make a claim goes up. Oh, no. No. Ask me when the last time I made an insurance claim was. Well over 20 years ago. When I didn't do it, but my car drove itself through my garage door. It wasn't even my fault. It was the garage. Went in remote start. The Steen man perched in an aquascaping tree. Yep. I wonder where else I could put myself. I don't know. I think this looks pretty good right here on this branch. You should start next stream up on that branch to confuse everyone. Yeah, I should. I'm gonna make myself really small next week and hide myself somewhere. How small can I go? Ooh, that's pretty small. Oh, that's hard to move. Now, hide myself maybe down here somewhere. Ooh, hello. I think my favorite conspiracies revolve around Mort from the Madagascar series. When car insurance goes up because you make a claim, but the accident isn't even your fault, but you are getting the penalties. When I first started getting car insurance, your car insurance would go down every 6 months. The longer you went without making a claim, the insurance. And I used to have Gecko, and they raised my rates, and I called them. And I was like, why have you raised my rates? I have done nothing wrong. And they said, well, the price of automobile repair, the price of automobile repair is going up. And I'm like, so you're charging me more for insurance to fix other people's cars because they got in an accident. Why don't you charge the people that got in accidents more money? Which they do. But I haven't made a claim since like 2001. You shouldn't be raising my rates. But anyways. Teeny Steeny. Oh my gosh. That's what she said. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Okay. It's clearly time. How about this? Whoop. Whoa. Whoa. Nobody needs to see me that big. Okay. All right. It is time to go. I got to feed my dogs. How about taxes? Earn a check, tax, buy stuff, more tax, buy a house or land, tax. Yep. Let's not even get started on that. Let's just end the stream. Gecko is terrible insurance. My brother learned the hard way. Almost all insurance companies are terrible. But I do have a really good insurance agent with State Farm. She actually watches my channel. And, like, she knew I had a YouTube channel, but I didn't know she watched it. So, like a year and a half ago when my 75-gallon leaked, she's like, "Oh my God, do you need to use your renter's insurance? Do you need any help?" And I was like, "Man, now that is service I could pay for. My insurance agent is calling me when something goes wrong. Like, I don't even have to make a claim." Anyways, I thought it was neat. You don't have to deal with taxes yet. Yeah. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. All right. I'm going to say goodbye because, like I said, these dogs are really, really hungry. So we're going to go eat. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. I'm sorry I put the wrong time in there to start, but, I make mistakes. I'm an alien. That's what we do. No, we're on conspiracy, so I'm a reptilian. A reptilian. We all make mistakes. I have State Farm. It's super great for me. I love my State Farm agent. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have left State Farm by now. But anyways, like I said, I gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, mods, lurkers, members, subscribers, everyone.